All right, so I'm gonna probably do, well, hopefully a little bit of a shorter video tonight, and looking to run through adding some phone validation, email validation, and doing some styling of starting to style things. I'm gonna be pulling some of the components from Tailwind UI, and yeah, so that is what I plan to run through. So let's get into that. Yep, and I'm looking at the wrong screen. Interesting. Let's see if I can fix this. So this is what happens when I switch things around on my desktop. All right. Okay, that's better. Just run through these, make sure that they're set up properly. All right. Okay. So, actually, so kind of behind the scenes, I renamed a contact into a person. This actually is interesting, funness, because the plural of person isn't persons, it's people. So there's, yes, it's an interesting renaming. But I changed that in the database and in all of the relationships throughout the system. All of my tests are still passing after renaming that, so that's good. I also, behind the scenes, already added phones. Phone numbers work basically the exact same as the email addresses. So with the email addresses, you can create email address and add them to a contactable thing, which is going to be a person, which used to be contact, or onto a company. So that's kind of what was changed with that. So phone validation and formatting. So with adding phone numbers, so if we go into people, Joe Blow, he has his phone number here, but we can go in here and add another phone number and make this phone number be Foo Bar. Beautiful. So it's going to accept any old crap I put in there. Additionally, if I look at the helper I set up for that, this is just really quick and stupid. So this is grabbing the first three, second three, final four, and sticking that in. So that's why it kind of formatted it that way. So we want to make sure this is actually doing legit stuff for the phone number. But before we do that, I want to make sure that, or I'm going to start off by doing the validations on the email address, just because it's a little bit less involved. So people can have email addresses. This actually really should be called contactable. So can have email address, and rename that there. And all right, so we'll create a user, create a person, add an email address, and I'm going to make this be, if I fill in Foo Bar, then this should expect page.to have content, should be something like invalid, invalid email address, and then if I fill in email with foo at, actually what was that before? I just want to keep it kind of the same, me at example.com. All right, so if we do that, then it should have invalid email address. It does not have that. And if we throw in here a JS true, and actually, sorry, we also have to click on create email address. So this is going to throw up our browser. It's actually rejecting that. So, so we actually have the browsers. Okay, so we're actually just gonna skip over this now. We actually probably should be testing this at the unit level then, which is fine. It's probably better anyways. So let me just bring this back to what it was before. Yeah, okay, so I haven't changed it. Okay, so just having this renamed is probably good enough. And so for the email address spec, so just to describe valid, it requires a valid email address. So for this, we're going to say email equals email address dot new. Actually, sorry, we're just going to do create email. That's right, build stubbed. We don't need to be hitting the database at all. So build stubbed email address, and we want the email to be something invalid, and email dot valid. And if we go to the expect, I'm just trying to remember how to check for the key for this. I think it should, well, if we do puts email dot errors, can I do email address? Let's see what this gives me. But if I hop into there and just check the errors, this should be yelling at me with the contactable. Yeah, the contactable. Okay, so that is going to work. So we can expect email.errors, email address not to be present. Okay. So here we can do validates, and I'm actually going to grab this. All right, so we are going to do validates email, and it's going to be format. So what I'm looking here is URI mail to email reg exp. I think I got that right. Let's find out. Validate email format. Oh, email address. Let's see if that helps. Oh, what is the structure for this? That's what happens when you don't use it for 2 days or whatever. It all falls out of your head. So it is just email. All right. I really should have seen that because of this, but there we go. And now it passes, and just to make sure I didn't do something wrong. And fails, it's expecting it. And now, perfect. All right. So for here, we are going to say require a valid email for email addresses. Wow. Revolutionary. Okay. Phone validation is actually a little bit more involved. So phone validation is interesting because if you're North America, you're going to do 555. If you're pretty much outside of that, you get like a 2-digit country code, and then 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. Yeah, it's involved. So the recommended thing to do here is actually use a originally Google library called PhoneLib, which has been used in a bunch of other places now. So we're just going to bundle add PhoneLib. And I usually grab things and throw them in alphabetical order. And so there. Actually, let me look that up. PhoneLib gem. And I don't think I have to do too much more special here. But what we will want to do is in the... So we're going to do a similar thing. So phone spec. Describe valid. Do it requires a valid number. And we'll do phone equals, and then again build stub. And just gonna double check what I used there. Phone numbers is phone number. And we're going to do foo. Phone.valid. Expect phone.errors for phone number to be present. So our phone factory is complaining about this because it should be something different. So here we'll just, we don't really care, but we'll just do phone number dot kinds dot keys dot first. I think that should work. Good. All right. And all right. So expect truth, he got false. Okay. So for our phone number model, we want to, so with that, we should be able to go validates phone number. We want this to be a phone true, which the phone lib gives us. So that now gives us an error. Perfect. And trying to think if we need to do anything else there. I think that's probably enough. What I am going to do is delete that foobar one. But right now we've got the contactable helper in here, which gives us that. For this, we probably want to do it a little bit differently, a little bit more robustly, and this is coming directly from some of their documentation. So we shouldn't be getting a phone number that's not valid, but this might be used for something different. So I'm just going to do phone lib dot parse phone and return if. So return the original string if the parsed phone is invalid. And then for formatted output, we're going to do if parsed phone dot. So for country code, we are going to give the national code, and if it's not, that means that it is going to be a international code. And just to kind of standardize things as well, we're going to put in some handling for extensions. Now this should give us something a little bit more robust. So we've got the 519, that 555 should. And the phone validator is not found. Interesting. Oh, I need to restart the server. Okay. So we are not assuming any. So if I go in here and add another phone number, let's add this again. 519-555-5555. And I'm not getting any error messages, but that is that's just happening because there we go, it's invalid. So yeah, that's the problem there. So this isn't assuming any nationality code. So for that, a lot of people are going to be what I expect to be running into is people in North America. So I'm going to make a initializer in here, and for phone lib dot default country, I'm going to set that to US. And for the and some of the stuff I've read is the extension sep. All right, symbols. will be something like that. And restart this again. All right, and let's do 519 555 5555. Phone lib default country is US. That's just this one 555 555 5555. Phone number is invalid still. 555 555 5555. Wonder if it's just choking on that fake one. Nope. Okay. So what did I put in there? 1519. Okay, so the country code was still required, which is interesting because I see if I got that right. Phonelib dot default country. So I'm setting it to US, so that should handle that. So it should be US. That's interesting. So that means I shouldn't need to put that one in it, but it does. That's just really reboot. I think I changed reboot after I save. Then we save. Bin dev and 519 555 1 2 3 4. Phone number's invalid. Oh, I think I got an idea what's going on. So I need to normalize it first. That's why. All right. So in phone number, in here, phone number equals so our phone number equals phone lib dot parse value dot full, and I'm just checking the documentation beside it. Presence. So now if I do that, 519, did I save that? I did, 519. So what this is going to do is when I assign that value to that phone number field, This is going to pre-parse it essentially. I shouldn't be needing to handle nils because there should never be any. But what this is going to do is when it parses this and spits it out, if it's a invalid number, it should be just spitting out nil here. 519, 555, 34, and it's still. Is this being called a mass assignment? 519, 555, 1234. Yep, it is. Okay. So if I do what does that give me? Yep. So phone lib dot parse. So that's calling it. So it's sending a phone number equal to that. Find cell phone number. Let me just sanity check. See, just before I save, I'm calling that. Okay. ID is nil. Phone number is nil. So that's not coming through. Created that, updated that. Why is that phone number nil? Because it's coming in here. Phone number equals. Setting the instance variable. Oh, it doesn't need a plus on it there, but it does use it there. Okay. So the values that it's letting me put in doesn't have the plus on the front of it. So attribute phone true, yep. Blank is files, yep. Let me just do a quick check on something. So for the ones that I have put in, if I throw a plus on the front of it, what is it going to give me? So that still works. Okay. So I'm wondering if I should just be using the E. Oh, still having an issue. Yep, still spitting that out. So the really weird period on this, Rails C. So if we do phone lib dot valid 519 555 123 4, that is false because we don't know where it is. We throw a 1 on the front, that's true. We throw a plus on the front, so that's still true. That should still be bringing that in. So if I do phone lib dot parse 519 519 555 1234, country is default by 1. We have our national. Okay. So what I don't get is, so if I do that in E 164, that gives me that. And if I do phone lib dot valid, that's true. So if we do puts phone number dot inspect and errors dot inspect, and then crash this out. All right. So that's what our, see, we're not assigning the phone number there. That's what's weird. I was looking in the wrong place, so I wasn't assigning it properly. That's better. I was using the instance variable, but that isn't backed by an instance variable. That's not why you're going to be doing that. You're going to be doing it this way. Or even calling super would have been fine. Yeah. Oh, look, beautiful. That was easy. Oof. Okay. So we're formatting things properly, and that's all good. If we add another phone number just for testing purposes, if we did something like, let me look up if we did a 442071838750, then we now have our internationalized version of it. And if we look at the phone numbers, those all look good. All right. Well, that took way longer than it should have. Yeah. So we're now validating our emails, our phone numbers. We're validating our emails. So those both look good. And let's commit that. So our phone number controller, we're just clean up that. For the contactable helper, that's a better formatter for it. Well, actually, let's break this up a little bit. So this and this, PhoneLib, adding it to our project. So all of this is going to be for checking for valid numbers and a better formatter. All right. That leaves layout, but I think we're going to leave that running through layout for another time. Yeah. So this is kind of showing kind of the normal things that you run into during development. It's so easy to be looking over here for the problem and just completely missing it. I wonder if any of you were screaming at me the whole time because you saw exactly what was going on there. Yeah, that's kind of the way it goes sometimes. Anywho, hope you have a good rest of your night. Bye.